Okay, so in this tutorial I want to talk about the use of tabs in InDesign, which is a very handy thing to know, and it will make your work more professional and certainly would make it easier to arrange information. So what I've prepared here is this is just Greek text, and this is what you might do. Say if you were making a menu with prices or maybe a list of some kind, and you wanted, the list, you can see here, it's just, Greek, so you're not going to understand it, but it's sort of flush left, ragged right. And then you want the figures here on the right hand side all to line up. So what I find is that most people, if they don't know how to use tabs, they will create something like this. And you're probably thinking, well, I don't really see the difference. That looks exactly like that. There is a slight difference, and it's important to know why one is preferable over the other. With this option, what I did was I put all of the list information in a box on the left, a text box on the left, and then the price information in a text box on the right, and just lined them up. I made sure the point size and the leading was all the same. With this one, you can see it's all in one box. Now that makes a difference. Certainly if you're rearranging work, like with this one, and sometimes as a graphic designer we are in a rush, to get things out to print, and or we might send a file to somebody and they might be looking at it, let's say, and about to send it to print, and by accident they might just do something like that. Okay, if somebody does something like that, with this box, everything is in the same box. Okay, so you're not going to run into problems like that. Somebody might by accident have the leading slightly different in this box here where the prices are to this one, which means the prices are slightly off. This is not going to happen here. Okay, and I've used tabs for this one. So I'm going to show you down here. Let me just move. Oops, see, exactly. I did exactly the mistake that I was talking about. Let's move that up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is work with this box down here. So you can see these are my list of things for sale, and these are my prices after. So to get tabs up, I find the easiest way is Command-Shift-T. And this little palette pops up. And it's much better if you line it up like this, because you can kind of see roughly how far across you want the information to go. So let's say for argument's sake, I want a tab. These prices, they'd probably want to be around 60 mil over. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, you can see here at 60, I'm going to click here, and you can see up here, here's the measurement. I haven't gotten it quite bang on 60, so we'll make it perfect. I'll put 60 in there. Okay, so now I have a tab set to 60. If I come up to the type tool and click here and hit tab, that will jump directly over to 60. So I want the same tab here, 60. 60. Oops. It'll be very obvious. Oops, that one hasn't quite decided to cooperate. Let's put it here. 60. So that'll jump over. Let's just double check it's recognizing. Okay. Oops. Get it right there. Okay, and some of them, look, it decides to not cooperate for whatever reason, but there's no problem. We can put a tab in and put in 60. Hit enter, and when I tab, it'll go right over. Oops, up here. Okay, see, it's doing it up there again, but look. That's technology. We know how to do tabs now, so we just have to put the figure of 60 in and make sure that they're all the same. There's a tab slightly off. We'll keep them all exactly at 60. And last one, hopefully. Okay, and let's just close that down. So you can see the difference there. That's a much better way of working with tabs, or working with lists, and if you want information all in the same text box, but you want some to be aligned, a certain distance away. I mean, menus and price lists and things like that are kind of the obvious place where you'll use them. So that's about it. Hopefully that helps, and you should start considering using that instead of this version on the right.